Speaking with you about winning is easy, because winning is great. And I have so many episodes where I can go, here's what you do to get the belts behind you, here's all the great things. But what happens when you lose? How do you emotionally recover from that? What changes do you make in your physical training to make sure you don't have back-to-back losses? I haven't had a lot of losses, but when I do, I really do everything I can to switch and make sure the next one is a win. Today I'm going to share with you guys some tips to make sure this happens for you as well. Our episode today is sponsored by XMartial. Be sure to click the link down below and check out their fantastic website where they have so much fun, unique gear. You can use that promo code Gabriel Varga to save 10%. When things are going well, when you're racking up wins, you kind of get this feeling of invulnerability. Like, wow, I can't lose. And then all of a sudden you have a hard fight, you're hit with a loss, and a lot of that, if not all of that, confidence gets pulled away for a moment, and then you got to go about building it back up. So what we're going to talk about is making sure that you guys can get that confidence back and you don't end up at the point where you lose a fight and question everything and just basically go, okay, I'm going to give up and not do that again. Or you don't make any changes and you go back and you just try and fight the exact same way and you have a second loss, which is going to hurt probably even more. So the very first thing that I have noticed, which I think should be in everybody after experiencing a loss, is a burning desire to get a win. As soon as I've lost, I'm like, I want to get back in there as quick as possible, and I want to correct that because that should never have happened. And bouncing back with that win kind of makes that last loss much easier to handle. And if you don't have that burning desire, what is it going to do to you? Well, you're not going to increase your training. You're not going to look at the mistakes you made and correct them. Adjustments won't be made because you're not respecting the situation enough. So a lot of times, and I'm going to use one of my glory belts here as an example. I won this from Adam Chuck. I had previously lost to him. I made some good adjustments after losing to Adam Chuck, and I went, what did I do wrong? I realized I couldn't beat that guy in my normal fashion, so I changed up everything. Minimal sparring, all tactical, and I did well, and I beat him. And nobody had beat him in glory. Not even somebody like Murat Grigorian, who fought at a heavier weight class. And I went, wow, this is my path. This is great. I'm going to repeat that. And then in the next fight, I lost because I tried to repeat that method and it did not work for the opponent that I had in front of me. And then again, I had to make an adjustment. So always making these adjustments, especially when you lose, but sometimes even when you win, are going to be a night and day difference, because if you just get stagnant and stay in place, it's no good. It's also very easy to get down on your luck after the fight. Maybe to not have that motivation to get back in. I'm sure some people have it. Get me back into the gym right away and I want to train harder than ever. But what happens if it's just a cloud over you and you feel like maybe your passion is gone, maybe you're too embarrassed to move forward? In that instance, I think it's all about reconnecting with your love for the sport and to try and take away that, oh my gosh, I gotta go back and train harder than ever and dealing with everything. Make it fun. And then hopefully the fun will turn into the passion again, and that will motivate you to get back in there and get a win, because we all know how good that feels. There could be many other small things that are required where you just go, oh, maybe I need to switch gyms. Maybe I need to stay at the same gym but explore other gyms and new sparring partners. Maybe I need a new pad holder. Lots of options, but at the core of it, I really think it comes down to you and the ability to let that go and either use it as motivation, use that loss as motivation to dig deeper and train harder and be more creative in your methods, or to just remind yourself that you need to reconnect with the sport and really love it once again. Those are my tips for you. I know losses are hard. I have experienced them, and as long as you can rally and come back, I feel like you can always get a win in your next fight. So thank you for joining me, guys. As always, train hard. I will see you back here soon for another video.